This session is resumed.
Mr. President, Mr. President, before we proceed, we'd like to acknowledge some guests of the Senate, the gallery. Mayor Queen Marilyd Alarva from Pila Laguna and her councilors. We'd like to welcome them in the Senate.
Mayor Alarva and the councilors of Pila Laguna, you're welcome to the Senate. Thank you.
Mr. President, the Senate is in receipt of Resolution number 320 from the House of Representatives entitled Resolution requesting the Honorable Senate of the Philippines to grant its consent to the House of Representatives to extend its plenary session to October 13, 2025 for the purpose of considering the General Appropriations Bill, or GAB, fiscal year 2026 on third and final reading. The resolution was read in the Senate's order of business before the suspension of session last Wednesday, October 1, 2025. To allow the House of Representatives sufficient time to pass the General Appropriations Bill on second and third reading in faithful compliance with the requirements of Article 6, Section 26, Paragraph 2 of the Constitution, I move that the body grant consent to the House of Representatives request to convene on October 13, 2025 after the Senate adjourns its session on October 10, 2025. So move, Mr. President.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, to enable the House of Representatives to meet the targeted second reading approval of the General Appropriations Bill for fiscal year 2026 on October 10, 2025, while adhering to the requirements of the Constitution, particularly the mandatory 3-day interval between second and third readings of a bill, the Senate of the Philippines hereby consents to the convening of the House of Representatives in plenary session on October 13, 2025, or 3 days after the Senate adjourns today, October 10, 2025, for the consideration and approval of the General Appropriations Bill for 2026 on third and final reading. So approved.
Mr. President, yes, Mr. President, I move that we adjourn.
Well, before I recognize you to adjourn, the chairman, the presiding officer wishes to make a statement. For the information of my colleagues, numerous and coordinated circulation of fake news have been circulating regarding new tax measures allegedly proposed by this representation by me. In my 24 years in the Senate, I have never proposed for any additional tax measures. In fact, I have consistently voted against it. So for the peddlers of fake news, ipagdadasal ko na lang kayo. Sa ating mga kababayan, huwag kayong basta maniniwala, lalo na pag masama ang balita. Majority Leader, you're recognized.
Yes, Mr. President, I move that we adjourn the session.
Okay. Another matter. We would like to place on record that we have designated the Senator Erwin Tulfo to be the acting chairman of the Blue Ribbon Committee, and as much as he is the vice chair of the Public Accountability Committee. For the record.
Yes, Mr. President, I reiterate my earlier motion. I move that we adjourn the session until 3 o'clock in the afternoon of Monday, November 10, 2025.
Any objection? There being none, the session is adjourned until 3 o'clock in the afternoon of Monday, November 10, 2025.